it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the
Coach, we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Washington Redskins. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Done. 180.
Hey, watch the screen.
81, 81.
Watch the screen. 51, Mike 51.
Done.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he stopped immediately there. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get
What's your son? What's your son?
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Wentz going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now the first career carry for the Penn State star Miles Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here we go. 180! 57. Back.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on fourth down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they've made it pay off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a man in his 13th NFL season, it's Adrian Peterson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They go play action with Haskins. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. Touchdown, Washington! Paul Richardson, 46 yards. And the Redskins have tied it here. The extra point to come can put him in the driver's seat. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Here we go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Watch twitch. General West.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he powers his way up past the 30. Tackle made by the Pro Bowl safety Landon Collins.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
On first down, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. It's caught inside the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On first down, they run with Howard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
The roughing the kicker called on fourth down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. He will find Davis on the left side complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, it's 13-6. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. Third down, here's Haskins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Here we go. 180. I'm here all day.
Running from the gun with Howard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, The guys that just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Switch. 61, matchbox, lights.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Redskins have the 1st down on a pickup of 18.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, Geis. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Haskins. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wentz. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 120!
Out of the gun, this is Howard. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Aguilar has it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go. 180! Two jet.
Throwing on first is Wentz. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. The give to Peterson out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson to return. Oh, he shifts past him. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Eagles on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
56.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that will be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Short throw, pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A first scoring update now from Carolina. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They start on the ground with Geis. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Wentz going to throw. Flush to his right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Shorty.
On first down, it's Howard. And able to work his way down to the 16. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From the 16, Wentz. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
74. 51.
Hey. 51, Mike. Mike, 51.
Come on, D. Hey, seam 6.
To throw is Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here we go. Back man. Waiting.
Right there. 56. I got it.
Sunday.
Wentz now on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
at their own 21-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah. Why? Get wide. 61. Match back.
On play action, Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
Redskins take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. They'll run on first down. Howard. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Go. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You. Great. Check.
They go with Howard again. 20! A gain there of 30 big ones.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Hey, we gotta get this stop here. Lefty. Sponge. No.
On second down now, it's Sanders, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Sunday. Check.
They'll run with Sanders. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. The Eagles on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
56. Check 56. All day.
Hey, Alpha.
56. Mike, 56. Let's get the ball. 56 to Mike.
To throw, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Let's go. Let's go.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They go play action with Haskins. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Redskins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
At the 49-yard line.
Sweetie!
56, right there, 56. Let's go one more.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 50-yard line.
Here we go. Sweetie!
56. And here we go. Watch the pass.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Don't go. Waiting. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles continue to roll. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Redskins 6. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Round the roof. Like 51. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Coming to you. Coming to you.
Shotgun handoff down to Geis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Up to make the stop, the Pro Bowl safety, Malcolm Jenkins.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
It's going to be a long one. Put it to him, Jet. Cover.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Completes it right side to Dodson. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They give it to Peterson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. The Redskins on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Following the turnover, it's Haskins. It's brought in by Dodson. 21 yards there on third down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll hand it down to Geis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Eagles' 19-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Switch up, switch up.
They run again with Peterson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by one more.
46, Redskins 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On second down, here's Haskins. It's hauled in by Doxson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Ready? Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Geis with a carry on second down. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Redskins on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Haskins will throw. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Fourth down, here's Haskins. Doxson with a grab over the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 13 yards out. And the Redskins are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
18 Gator, 6'6", bullet high. Defense on deck. Go.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Watch the whip. Kill.
They'll run again with Clement, and he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is third down and 12. A first throw for the backup Osweiler. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. They start the drive with Peterson. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. On second down, it's Peterson. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Nigel Bradham brings him down. 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. The Redskins on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. And off comes to Peterson. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Peterson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On second down, Peterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down.
First down, Redskins.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Peterson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
No gain on the play. And it brings up third.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for Washington. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. They're on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. And it was the Rams emerging victorious. A win would be their first of the young season. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
There we go, Pac-Man. 280! Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Eagles, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm